guys, I'm Anna.
And I'm Brian.
And we are
Those Annoying Vegans!
Today we wanted to talk about what everyone else is talking about, and that is climate change. In light of the recent climate strikes and speeches and testimonials given from climate activists all over the world, it seems like now more than ever people are interested in combating climate change before it's too late.
However, we do have to acknowledge the fact that we are still human, and one of the things about being human is not wanting to change. People don't like to change their habits, and generally speaking, people don't like to take responsibility for their own actions. They would rather blame the abstract, larger entities than actually take things into their own hands. And that's because people are, in general, frankly, lazy.
People like to say that they care about climate change, but when it comes time to actually make a difference, many people refuse to combat the root cause of climate change. And the root cause is, of course, animal agriculture.
Responsible for more greenhouse gas emissions for all global transportation combined. And let's really take a minute to think about that sentence, because I know that gets tossed out there a lot, on the various vegan channels, on the various news websites, on the various articles talking about climate change. Animal agriculture responsible for more greenhouse gas emissions than all global transportation. That is all cars, all trucks, all buses, all trains, all planes, all boats.
Submarines.
All modes of transportation all over the world combined outputs fewer greenhouse gas emissions than animal agriculture. That is an insane number. Animal agriculture is the leading cause of climate change.
And rainforest deforestation.
And ocean dead zones. And species extinction.
Yeah.
I mean, the list just keeps going on and on.
Numerous studies and papers have been released on the topic, from Oxford to the United Nations. And these are no joke, credible organizations, credible sources comprised of climate change experts and professionals and scientists. So just as it is not a question as to whether climate change is actually happening, because we all know it is not a question that the leading cause of climate change is animal agriculture.
It's not a debate anymore. Our food choices are causing the most damage. Just think about it rationally. We have to grow enough crops to feed 70 billion land animals every year. There's only 7.5 billion human beings on the planet, but we grow enough food to feed 70 billion animals. Some of them are cows, some of them are pigs. They eat far more food than a human being would ever eat. We use unimaginable amounts of water and other resources to do this, and then we raise these animals, and these animals produce methane, they produce carbon dioxide, they produce their own waste, and then to top it all off, we needlessly murder all of these sentient beings. It's just absolute insanity.
And what's most frustrating is the number of people who are unwilling to acknowledge this, to acknowledge the truth, and make a change. Let's make one thing clear. A person cannot be an environmentalist and not be vegan. And we know we're going to upset a lot of people, vegetarians, and even some vegans who want to extend an olive branch.
If animal agriculture is the leading cause of destruction to the environment, and a person decides to actively fund that industry, they are not an environmentalist.
Yeah, it's like saying that you care about the animals, you are against animal cruelty and animal abuse, and you are not vegan.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing.
We hear meat eaters say that a lot too about factory farming. They're against factory farming, yet they purchase factory farmed meat. You are not against factory farming then. You are funding it.
These are just facts. We recently watched some of Earthling Ed's videos of when he went to the climate march and did some vegan outreach, and several times he told people, I'm not calling you a hypocrite for caring about the environment, caring about climate change, and not being vegan. Well, we love Earthling Ed. He's one of our role models, but we are not Earthling Ed. So we are going to call you out on the hypocrisy. For a person to pay for the very thing that they are against is the definition of hypocrisy, or at the very least, it's highly illogical.
AKA stupid. It's dumb. And now look, we're not trying to hurt your feelings, because this isn't about your feelings or anyone's feelings. It's simply about the facts. It's the number one cause, and if you're not willing to combat the number one cause, I mean, that's like being in a boat and there's a giant hole in the boat. And you can look around and say, what are we going to do about this giant hole in the boat? It's like, well, we could scoop some water out of the boat. We could offload some things from the boat to make the boat more buoyant. We could kick some people out of the boat. No, there's a hole. There's a giant hole in the boat. That's the main cause.
Just fix the hole.
That's it. And we agree, you know, shopping local and organic, that's great. Living little to zero waste lifestyle, that's great.
Using LED light bulbs.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Battery powered cars, electric cars, riding a bike, that's all great. And even petitioning our own governments to sign new bills into law, you know, that's a great step. But the fact is, no matter how you feel about it, the single greatest contribution to climate change that a single person can make is to abstain from all animal products immediately. That's it.
So if you care about the environment, consider aligning your actions with your values and actually fight to save the climate that you claim to care so much about. And if this video angers you, rather than get upset at us, why not look at all of the resources we've provided in the description below and discover the truth for yourself. Put those feelings into action and save the climate.
So that's it for this video, guys. Please feel free to give it a like and subscribe to our channel if you like what we do. And if you liked this video, if you got something out of it, if you appreciate our content and you would like to support us, then consider becoming a Patreon patron. Patreon patrons make what we do possible. They support our activism, they support the sanctuary where we volunteer, and they allow us to put out more content like this, and we can't thank enough our current patrons on Patreon. Thank you guys so much for all of your help.
And please check us out on Instagram. We're very active on Instagram. You can always stay updated through our Insta stories and our feed, and we're also on Facebook. I mean, everything that we post on Instagram gets posted on Facebook, so technically we're on Facebook. But if you need to contact us, if you want help going vegan, please DM us on Instagram. We'd be happy to help.
You can also check out our Etsy store for some cool vegan swag. We'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, Boos, you okay? Emmy? You going up top?
Boos.
Boos, Amelia.
Amelia Boos. Boo.